James Wynn, the degenerate Bitcoin trader that has managed to run up $100 million profit and then blow it all in the span of a week, has finally ended his escapades today. There are no more trades open. Last time I checked here, if we go into the perps, you can see he has no more trades open and he has only 4 million left in his account. In yesterday's video, he had 6.5 million. In the day before that, he had 12 million. And if you look at his overall P&L here, we can see he's down 31 million from where he started. And in the past week, he managed to lose $70.2 million. Now, for anybody, that is a lot of money. That is, and that's culminating in some very angry posts that are now going on Twitter. I would read this, but you can go onto his Twitter yourself. I do feel honestly so bad. I have been in these situations myself in the past where I have ran up a huge loss, I've deposited more, and then I've ran up an even bigger loss, and it's all culminated in one huge blow up, losing millions of dollars. We've all been there, maybe not in the scenario of millions of dollars, but certainly many of us have blown accounts in our time. It's part of kind of the baptism of fire of trading in crypto. And that's not to say you can't make money from trading in crypto, because the past week we've been doing a pretty good job. I've got these 3 baby trades open now. I've actually taken some profit on them before today's video started, because I was thinking the market kind of looked like it was going to turn around. So if I just zoom in a little bit on here, you can see I sold on this candle. Since then we've been heading to the downside, and I've taken a little bit more profits outwards. And that has culminated now in $156,000 in this account. If we go on the 30-day thing on this account, you can see we've built this from being 2,300 up to last night 148 and today 156. Today, I actually made a very big change, which was I converted, or rather last night I made a very big change. I converted all of the USD in the account into Solana. The reason I've done that is to take a spot Solana trade over the weekend. So it's not quite, in terms of the sizing of it, it is a $100,000 Solana trade, which means that for every percent it moves, it makes $1,000. If it goes up, if it goes down, then I lose $1,000. That's how trading works. But that's where I'm at right now. I've converted the bulk of the balance into Solana, converted a little bit into Ethereum, and we've still got an $8,600 profit left on the cards that I can go and spend on something else later on today. I've not quite decided what to do with it yet, and I am considering maybe I go back from Solana back into stable coins, because we've kind of had the weekend pump at this point that I was expecting. I was expecting some kind of recovery. Again, I posted it in the Discord last night, in the Crypto Saving Expert Discord. You can join that. It's £20 a month. You'll find a link in today's video description. But that's where I post all of my trades as I'm going to take them. I'll also leave a link in today's video description for a Telegram group. If you want to join my free community, you're quite welcome to. I don't post trades in there, but I'm quite happy to have a chat with you about anything you want to know, or just in general. How's your day going? Let me know. Join the Telegram group. It's free. But yeah, this is where we're at with our trades right now. It's been a very strong week, and I'm very happy with it. And yes, we've got some decent profit, but what is going to happen the rest of the weekend? And is it worthwhile us sticking out these trades any longer, or should we just shut up shop? At the end of the day, there's nothing really that big. 100k, 60k, 162k. When you include all the leverage, there's basically no money down, like 3k, 1k, 2k. Like, there's no money in this trading. Like, sure, it could pump 10% and I would make like 20k, but we're not here for 20k, we're here for 200. So what can we do next of all to kind of scale up the size of this account? We're also going to discuss today's crypto news in this video. And if you're interested in what's to come, drop a like on it. I forgot to say that so far. Do drop a like on it. I don't know how many likes we got in the last video, but I'm pretty sure, to be honest. Many of you actually do press the like button, because we only get like, what, 1,000, 2,000 views on these videos, but we still get like 300, 400 likes. So keep that up, because at some point, YouTube is going to bless me with some more views. I'm bored of being stuck in YouTube jail, and that's why we're filming a video on a Saturday. Either way, I'm in a different location, obviously, than I was the other day, and as I continue my kind of escapades in Europe. However, we are getting a bounce. That's Ethereum, that's Bitcoin, and what can we expect to happen next? Well, for that, we go over to a 15-minute chart and we look up here. The reason I took the long position is because down here, I was thinking, well, you know what, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. on a Friday is probably done going down at this point. It's probably due a bounce, and to be honest, the market is down pretty bad from where it was at its peak. It's down nearly 10%, not quite 10% is Bitcoin, and kind of Ethereum has performed a little bit better than Bitcoin in recent days. However, I was expecting an underside retest here at about $106,000, which would be, for me, the next level at which I want to take a short position from. Until we reach that level, I'm not really that interested, but equally, I'm not 100% confident that we're going to get to that level because we're getting rejected at this moving average here. I still think we can make it up to 106k by the end of the weekend, and at 106k, I'll be looking to take a short position at that point with a tight stop loss in case we break above 107k, and above 107k is probably back to the upside, off to the races kind of business that we're in. Now, also, I would like to point out the accuracy recently of the Stonksy oscillator tool has been insane. It didn't cause the drop, it called the whole drop. You can see there where it starts to head downwards is when the decline starts. You can also see before when it starts to rise up off the bottom is when we have a lovely kind of rally in the charts. It's an amazing tool, and you can get it yourself. If you go over to Stonksy's website, it's £44 a month. Click on the link in today's video description because the price is going up tomorrow. Now, going back on from that, what are we looking at here? You can also, by the way, you can set up Stonksy to actually trade for you if you have TradingView Premium. You can set up alerts and everything. Not on the oscillator tool section, that would be on the monthly section where you get the whole thing. But you can actually set it up to trade everything for you anyway. That aside, again, you'll find loads of tutorials on Stonksy's website. If you just click on that link and you go onto the YouTube section there, and you go over to the YouTube channel that Stonksy's got, there's so much content that Stonksy's YouTube channel is putting out there. Do check that out. You'll find it very interesting, especially if you're interested in making money from trading and not losing it. Now, going on from that, Bitcoin, Ethereum should probably just stagnate the rest of the weekend. I'm pretty interested, to be fair, in an Ethereum short. This is the price of Ethereum on the daily chart at the moment. You can see that we've been kind of coming up here. We've broken to the upside very aggressively from being down at $1,400. The current price is now, what, $2,537? It's up quite significantly, about $1,000 from the bottom. And I'm just not that bullish on Ethereum, to be honest. I just don't see why it would suddenly change. Having said that, we're not in a short position right now, so you just take that with a pinch of salt. The other thing would be, why am I putting into Solana right now? I don't know if I've drawn this line correctly or not as a level of support. I mean, I have drawn it correctly, but whether there's a different level of support in here, it kind of is as well. You can see this is kind of like the bottom of the previous range. That's why I've converted all of my balance into Solana right now, just on the anticipation that we bounce upwards and retest this moving average here at like 164. I still think there's some meat in the game this weekend for a bit of an upside move, and then probably next week we get a bit more bad news. I don't know if you've noticed as well as what I have, but I've noticed a lot of bad news starting to kind of eke its way onto the markets just a little bit. It's just, I just see the tide turning slightly as we head towards the next economic data release from the US, which is going to be inflation in about 10 days time, I think that is. I could be wrong on my dates there, but I know it's not that long until the US release all of the data with regards to inflation, of which I expect it's going to be higher. We got the UK data and the US data recently about the economies shrinking, which probably means we are kind of headed back towards a recession because of the tariffs that's going on and slowing of all of the trading between all the countries, and this uncertainty is never good for business. So just bear all that in mind. Although we do look very bullish on the whole Bitcoin side of things, in the real world, things don't look amazing right now, and that's one of the reasons why I'm just biasing myself short a little bit until we see some stimulus coming from the US government. That aside, Bitcoin dominance continues its ascent, and the S&P 500 finished the day pretty much where it started the day the other day. And I think this looks high. However, there's something to know about the S&P 500, which is if it starts making new all-time highs, do not bet against Bitcoin, do not bet against the S&P. It will continue to rally until the Ponzi inevitably blows up. That's one of the best ways to trade it, to be honest. But back on the spirit of blowing up accounts, James Wynn, $4 million in his account right now. If I look at all of the money that he lost in the past week, yes, he lost 70 million. I just can't believe it. I just keep looking at this and I'm like, man, imagine if we look at recent fills, how much did he lose? just you can scroll through these pages of lost money. It's just dreadful. I just can't believe it. Imagine being him today. No wonder he's tweeting that he's drunk. Sorry, Tad drunk. Oh dear. James, please stop. Don't go back to that business. I know you can probably afford it, but you probably shouldn't be doing it. Risk management is part of trading as well, of which Yeah, I know it's a difficult part of it, but just don't be an absolute degenerate like you have been, and you might make a bit more money than what you had done. Equally, you'll also it's one of them things. How do you make $100 million out of $1 million? Crazy leverage. How do you make $100 million into $1 million? Crazy leverage. If you're right, you get lucky, it goes up. If you're wrong, you get unlucky. He was very lucky, and then he was very unlucky, and there isn't a lot of skill to it. It's more just, and that's a strange thing, feeling-based trading with that much money. Man, you must be cheesed. You must have so much cash to be able to make that kind of decision. I can't believe it. It's mad. Anyway, there is some good news hitting the markets right now, which is that FTX are due to distribute very soon. You can, in fact, go on FTX's website right now. If you go on ftx.com, it'll load up this page right here. And this page is the customer claims portal. If you had an FTX account, you're eligible for your money back. In its entirety, pretty much. Do check it out, honestly, because they're distributing $5 billion to creditors over the next couple of weeks. And that, again, is a bullish scenario. The question is, are those people going to get that money and spend it on nice things? Are they going to get it and save it? Or are they going to get it and deploy it? I think some of it will be deployed, but I actually don't think it'll be a market-moving event. I think that it'll be probably a tad underwhelming, to be honest. And yeah, that's where we're at right now in terms of the market. So also, don't forget, get yourself a BYBIT card. Honestly, you'll find a link in today's video description for BYBIT. Sign up on BYBIT. It's the best exchange anyway. But you can get yourself a BYBIT card. I spend on there. I've made $3.5 grand in cash back. It's insane, the cash back that this card pays me. I worked it out. In fact, I can show you it. If I load up VIP on my phone, I can show you what I actually get as the bonuses and stuff. If I just bring this up here, where are we? Oh, what am I pressing on? Somewhere on here it tells me. There you go, BYBIT card. So if I click on that and I go down, it sometimes tells me bonus. Nope. I'll give up on it again. I think I get 8%, and the maximum's 10%. But you get 10% cash back on all your purchases. That makes everything 10% cheaper to pay in crypto. It's an absolute no-brainer. Get yourself a BYBIT card. A link in the video description. Yeah, that aside, pretty of a flat weekend. Not really expecting a lot. Let's check in on the news. Rumor Ethereum and Solana staking ETFs could be approved as early as June, which would be very bullish for Solana because it's not been doing great recently, hasn't Solana? Ethereum has taken some of its thunder back. Bullish CBDC says retail investors haven't started buying Bitcoin yet and that we're early. Bullish Fidelity Investments said that Bitcoin's fundamentals are looking stronger than ever, which I do agree with to some extent. And then SharpLink is announcing plans to raise $1 billion to buy Ethereum and basically become the micro-strategy of Ethereum. SharpLink is a gaming company that does affiliate marketing with all of these gambling websites. When you see a streamer advertising gambling, they probably work with SharpLink as one of the affiliate providers for all these exchanges. Now, gambling platforms. I shouldn't say stuff like that on YouTube. That's why I'm in YouTube jail, just because I just speak and then YouTube says, oh, you can't say those words. And then we end up in these situations, don't we, where we have to use the second channel instead of the main channel. But honestly, I actually prefer the second channel. I want to get the main channel back. I'm probably not going to go back to making these kinds of videos on there. I'm going to keep this only on this channel. So do drop a like and make sure you are subscribed to this channel as well. You're probably not subscribed to it. Just check that you actually are, because most of you probably aren't actually subscribed, and it would boost the numbers very significantly if you did subscribe. So drop a like and subscribe. And then we've got breaking. BlackRock just bought another $70 million worth of Ethereum, on Friday. And then James Wynn having a meltdown. Honestly, you should go and follow him on Twitter at least, just to make him feel a little bit better about losing all this money the past week. It has been very, very depressing for him. But yeah, overall, my market outlook is... Shall I do the weather report? I think it's going to be flat with a little bit of upside. And then on Monday, I think it's going to go plop. So we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty positive about the way that things have gone this week, though, because it's been a very positive trading week for me. Good profits all around, like consistent as well. Nothing crazy. We're not doing massive trades. We're taking out $500, $1 million trades, closing half as soon as we reach 2, 3, 4 grand profit, pulling some out of the game, putting it back in, pulling it out, putting it back in. And it's been working. You can see from the charts here. I started the week with 82K, ran it down to 78, ran it down to 76, back up to 78, 89, and then as the week has ended, it's become quite an aggressive end to the week. So that's been really very positive and very nice. And if you want to achieve results like that, just join the Discord. It's very simple. Crypto Saving Expert Discord, you get all of my trades. Everyone says, can you do copy trading? Look, last time I did that, people can't handle the swings. Can you cope with copying me? I can run an account to zero in a day, redeposit, and then run the next account up 100x, and then blow all of that, and then do it all again. Can you cope with the swings is what I'm saying. Do you really want to follow me? Or would you rather have me tell you what I'm doing, and then you do it yourself? Because I think that's a better method than copying me directly. Knowing that, sure, I can run an account up 10x in a week, but that's not using any kind of sensible risk management. That's doing the James Wynn trading strategy. And you can make a lot of money doing that, but it's temporary. Money comes fast, money goes fast. That's the rule of thumb. When you've got screenshots and you're taking screenshots of your profits, close the trades. Simple as. Best time to take a profit is when it's time to take that screenshot. On that note, guys, drop a like, subscribe, check out BYBIT. You'll find a link in today's video description. Get yourself a BYBIT card, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.